in the night. Did you hear the bomb in the night? In the night. In the night.
Yo, who made that intro?
I made it. Welcome to Exploring Your Society. I'm your host, Sean Bowman.
Co-host Mikey B.
Who do we have with us?
I am Randall. Nice to meet you all. Well, not you guys. I mean, I know you guys, but everybody watching. I'm just still mesmerized by those bars. Man, that was a great intro.
Hell yeah.
Had to put you in the cowboy outfit or whatever.
Seriously, I love that.
Yeah, getting all suave with the what is that? A Jack and Coke and a cigar.
That was flat like Coke or something. I can't remember what it was.
So, Randall, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Randall. I am a camera person, videographer, photographer from the Pittsburgh area. Started working with Bump in the Night Society earlier this year, doing some different paranormal investigations. Always been interested in the subject, so decided to take it up a notch, and been satisfied with it ever since. Playing a band, I do some acting and some modeling on the side, and yeah, I'm a cool dude.
You are a cool dude.
Thank you.
Definitely. So I always wondered, what got you into hardcore music?
Very early age. I had an older brother that kind of indicted me to the whole metal, punk rock, hardcore thing. And as a kid, just thought it was super cool. Exposed to like a lot of different kinds of music, but that just kind of stuck, especially when I got into middle school and I was like, oh wow, all these other kids are mean. I just want to listen to heavy music because it makes me feel better. And then after some years of listening to it over and over again, decided to really do it. And haven't been disappointed. Love the scene. Love Pittsburgh metal, Pittsburgh hardcore. It's great.
How long's your band been together?
We've been doing it since about 2017. So okay. a couple years now.
Nice. Now I've always I have a lot of friends that are musicians. What's one of the crazier things that has come up during a show or after or before a show? Both
times we played at Skatopia. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that place. It's in
I was
Rutland,
actually just watching some videos on YouTube.
That place is wild. Like you grew up watching it like on TV with the 88 Acres of Anarchy documentary, and you're just like, wow, this place is nuts. But then when you actually go there, you play, it's always just something new. So we played there 2018. We were on like a little tour there. That was like our first time on the road. Really didn't know what to expect. Just people shooting off fireworks and asking you if you have hallucinogens and all that fun stuff. And then we just played again in June, and like a lot of people there remembered us, and it was just crazy. People just jumping off like walls and skating in the big bowl and everything. It was just a fun experience.
Yeah, I saw your highlight video, and some girl was skateboarding naked in the video.
Oh yeah, that was unexpected. We were like, what is going on? It was like, okay, this has to go in the video.
So I know you've been working with us as far as videography. Have you been a part of other paranormal teams, or like what all have you done as far as paranormal stuff goes before you kind of encountered us?
I do this small YouTube channel. It's called Operation Graveyard. I kind of just started it with a buddy of mine just to do like abandoned exploration, because like that's something me and my friends have always been into. And then we started looking more into the paranormal stuff. We're like, okay, this kind of relates to abandoned exploration, and we got looking into that. And then once we got a little more serious on that, I was like, this is cool. Like I kind of want to take this to to the next level. And that's when I found you guys. I was like, okay, this is like a legitimate group who does this stuff. So I was like, yeah.
Awesome. Now, when we were at the Hinsdale house, like you did the tarot card reading.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing that, and kind of what got you into doing that?
Not that long. That was kind of like a COVID experience. Like whenever that year went down, you know, obviously everybody had time to sit around and think about their life choices and the universe and everything like that. And that's kind of when I really got into that spiritual side of things. So I started talking to a few friends who were into that culture. You know, got myself a tarot deck and just decided to learn it. And a friend of mine, Luca, he is really, really good when it comes to spirituality, all that kind of stuff, tarot, rituals, what have you. And he kind of taught me a lot about how to read them, how to interpret them the right way.
Did you ever get your deck back?
I did, yes. Thank you to the Hinsdale house for finding that for me, because I left it there and I was like, no. But I did get it back. Yeah, it's right over there.
Awesome. Now, have you ever had success using a Ouija board?
See, I don't know. Like, I have one. It's just like the typical Hasbro Ouija board, and I've played around with it, but I wouldn't say like I've ever really had success with it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. The reason I asked, we tried using one at the Monroe house last time we were there.
Yeah, so
and we didn't get shit.
Yeah, a lot of people have, and they say like, yes, like it actually does work. I've never, maybe I'm not using it the right way. I don't know. I've just never had a pleasant experience. Well, I've never had a experience with it.
See, I don't know. I always feel like you have to believe in it for it to work, because I personally don't believe in Ouija boards. So like, I think if I tried using it, it's not going to work. Now, maybe if I was the one asking questions and like two people that were using it that believed, maybe it would work, but that's my own personal opinion.
Yeah. I've heard that too.
Yeah. When we
we definitely have to try that out of Monroe if you come out, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll bring it. We can try, you know.
Well, they have a bunch.
Yeah.
They're in like every room out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We tried several times. We're like, we got the planchette and we're like, how do we even start? Do you have to go like in a circle? And like, yeah, we had no clue what we were doing, and nothing happened.
Got to consult a professional, I guess.
Yeah. It's ready to look up shit on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Now, when you're in investigator mode, I can't talk today. What's your favorite equipment or device, or what's your favorite thing to use?
I mean, like, aside from like my camera, just, you know, visually capturing things. Honestly, like the EVP recorders or devices, whatever have you, those are always really cool. And I liked those things you guys had last time. The I can't remember the name of it, but they would light up red or blue or
flux.
green. Yeah, those were really cool. I thought those were pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always like questioning because that does I think it reads off EMF. Is that right, Sean?
Yeah. Well, no. Are you talking about the flux? No, the flux is if something comes within proximity. It's a proximity sensor.
Okay, I didn't know if it was
something to the left or the right of it, like it'll go off. Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, we caught something at Wildwood with those in the basement.
Was it Wildwood?
I think so.
I remember Hinsdale. There was something, we had it in the hole down there.
I remember we had issues at Hinsdale because of that furnace that kept turning on. It was kind of messing with like the however it worked. But I'm pretty sure Wildwood there was something that we caught like in the basement after we watched the video.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I still got to review everything.
It takes a while.
I'm taking forever.
Yeah.
See, I was at both of them, Hinsdale and Wildwood, twice now, so I'm kind of trying to remember which time something happened when I was there.
Yeah, right.
So did you get to analyze the video anymore from the Hinsdale house with the finger or whatever it was that came up?
when I was editing that was like the main focal point that I really wanted to fixate on. And I kept watching it over and over and over because it was just on my GoPro. And there were multiple others that kind of resembled that, whatever that was, like in the frame. As far as I can't really describe like what it is, whether it be a finger, a hair, something, but it does appear multiple times. That's a fact.
Where was that camera set up at?
That was upstairs in one of the bedrooms while we were outside at the tree.
At the Giving Tree, yeah.
We
Was that
were all
like-
out of the house.
Like by the closet, or
It was facing that small room, so it was like facing the
facing the
stairway
doll room.
in the small room.
okay? Because the second time I went there, we had some stuff in that closet happen to us. Like me and Ken from Hillview were taking pictures in there, and I got like two different faces coming out of the mirror. And I was telling something like, if you're in the room, come through one of the mirrors or whatever, and you could see like it looked like glowing eyes and like a mohawk type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was wondering if it was in that closet or not.
Nearby, but
No.
that was a strange one.
When you did the tarot, that was right by the closet too.
I was
Yeah.
like sitting right near there. Yeah.
Now, outside of that, have you ever captured any other, like, I guess you would describe as a physical manifestation on camera?
Not necessarily. No. Audio, yes. Not a physical manifestation.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. I mean, obviously we have so much footage that we just haven't gone through, but yeah, it's nothing yet physical.
There could be something in there.
There could be.
No,
There was
plus.
one time I was working on our documentary for Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, and I was kind of turning the corner with the camera, and it looked like a pair of eyes showed like just like come out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
And like I watched it for like 40 minutes, and I realized that it was an owl shadow or a statue of an owl, and it was like the IR light gleaming off of it. And I was like, damn it.
So close.
Yeah. Sean, you look like you're about to say something.
I did have
real
something.
close. He's like,
now I forgot what I was. Yeah, because when you guys were talking, I had something and then I lost it.
That always happens. That's like always the awkward part of podcasts. It's like, oh, someone's gonna say something.
That's why, like, I try not to talk over people, but then it's like I lose my thought and I don't remember what the hell I was thinking of.
Yeah, I thought you were either gonna say something or you're taking a shit, whichever one.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe both.
So, do you have any projects coming up with the band?
We are headed to Brooklyn at the end of this month.
That's awesome.
To record some vinyls. We're dropping some limited edition merchandise. So that's honestly going to be really cool. It's the first time we're ever doing something like this. So any of you listeners, if you're interested, you can head over to find Feast on the Fallen on all social media, or go directly to the link, which is least of all, leestavall.com -- feast on the fallen. Pick out a song and you will get your very own unique vinyl. You will also get a limited edition merch bundle. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Now, for us that are not that retro but somewhat retro, do you also have that in compact disc form?
We might. It just depends on what we're allowed to have.
Okay.
I thought you wanted a cassette, Mikey.
Yeah.
we do have ideas for cassettes. We just we have to record regular digital new songs first, and then might throw some stuff on cassettes or CDs. Just depends.
Awesome. Yeah, because I'm still old school with the CDs, but yeah, the vinyls I don't.
Yeah, a lot of people are, man.
Yeah. Sean, you keep doing this to me, man. I'm about ready to say something, and you just keep looking like you're gonna say something.
His eyes get all wide. He's like, "Here it is." I forgot it.
But Sean, just can say something, man. Oh man.
So what's
So,
your
yeah,
dream location to go to, Randall?
Paranormal wise,
Yeah.
I really want to go to what's that place in Kentucky?
Bobby Mackey's.
Waverly?
Bobby Mackey's. Yes,
Okay.
I really want to go
Yeah.
there. That would be sick. Trying to think of some others.
I've been outside Bobby Mackey's. Like we took pictures outside, but we weren't inside.
Yeah, that I've heard a lot of cool stuff, a lot of scary stuff, but a lot of cool stuff about that place. So that would be pretty cool. There's somewhere else in Kentucky. There's like it's like a old prison that they've converted into an Airbnb that I heard about. Like you can actually like stay in prison cells, and apparently there's some haunted history down there too. So that would be pretty cool. There's also that what's it called, Virginia City out in Nevada. It's like that gold mining town that has a bunch of haunted buildings.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard of that one before, but yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Like where the Goldfield is, or
So like up there, yeah, like
or Vulture
north,
Vulture City or something like that.
something like
Vulture?
yeah. I think it's near there.
Nice. Yeah, we actually looked into Bobby Mackey's. The hard part is I think they only do investigations on Sundays.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the bar is open on the weekends.
Which field do you think is more difficult and more fun? Rock band or paranormal work? That's a tough question. If you're doing a band's going to be, if you're a video person like me, that's going to be expensive no matter what. I do not recommend getting into cameras to anybody because it's just an endless expense. So
You do photography too, right?
Yeah. So they're both kind of neck and neck, I would say.
Now, do you do like personal like photo shoots and stuff like that as well?
I do, yeah. I do portraits for people. I actually just got some new lighting equipment, so I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. I like concert photography a lot. That's one of my fortes, like club photography, concerts, events, different things like that. And like businesses, people who need photos for whatever they're advertising. I like doing that stuff too.
Nice.
I remember what my question was.
There it is. Finally.
It was earlier when we were talking about Hinsdale or whatever. Did you have anything happen when you went home that night? Like, were you sick at all, or did you feel off or angry?
From Hinsdale? No, I can't say. I can't say for certain that anything was really off. That was what, like early February, right?
Something like that. It was
Yeah.
winter time,
So-
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because like I know, like I had panic attacks the next 2 nights, and then we all got in a big team fight and everything, and that's why I was wondering if anything happened with you.
Yeah, I remember you said something like that. I was like, oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Honestly, that was one of the more like tame. Paint me like one of your French girls. All right.
Who's that?
I don't know. It says Facebook user on my.
No, I know Sean can see it though. Are you running?
I'm not on that right now.
Ah, damn.
If I could paint, I would, but I can't paint. But no,
I can get
Hinsdale.
back into painting.
Hinsdale was pretty tame, I think. It was cool to be there. I definitely enjoyed it, but yeah, I don't think I caught anything.
So, what was your scariest moment ever on a paranormal location?
Bel Air House, easily. Did I tell you guys about that one? I think I did.
I think you
Probably.
did, yeah, go ahead.
We were our first time there, which was January of last year. We were there was like 7 or 8 of us, something like that, and we were down in the basement doing like an EVP session, and upstairs, like none of us were up there. There was no equipment up there that could have gone off. There was, all the doors were closed. It was cold. Nobody else was in the house, and we were just talking. Had the EVP recorder going, doing some tarot, and all of us heard a woman singing at the top of her lungs right at the top of the stairs. Like it was like someone was right in that doorway, and it was just singing, and then just it's like it cut off. Like it was just like someone hit the pause button. It was like whoop, boop. and we all just kind of looked at each other like, what, what? And I reviewed the audio afterwards, and I was like, yeah, man, we got it. Whatever that was, we got it. And we tried to debunk it. We were just like, was there something that made a singing noise? Was there, all the way up to, was there somebody driving their car on the road that just happened to be blasting music at that very moment and then just cut off right there? Could we hear it audibly through the walls of the house? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That happens a lot at the Bel Air house.
Yeah.
I know we did a documentary there. And we had like the opposite happen though, where we had voices that just showed up as I was reviewing, the camera work and, the digital voice recorders, and we didn't hear it live. It just showed up. Like, it's a pretty wild place.
Yeah, you can say that again. That's the second time we went. That's when my friend Luca, we believe he got kind of attacked by something. We were asleep up in the was it the child's room? You know which one I'm talking
Emily
about?
Davis
With
room.
yeah, that one. And he woke up at like, I don't know, like 5 a.m, and we all heard just like, it was like a banshee scream, and it wasn't him. It was something. And he's like, I felt like something just like reached inside of my stomach. And we're just like, all right, that's 2 times now with this house.
Now, when that happened, did you stay there the whole weekend, or was it just one night?
That was just one night. Yeah.
Okay. Because usually what we usually book it for a weekend, and we find that like the first night stuff happens, but it's like kind of quiet, and then it's like the second night is when it like really just like lashes out. Yeah. Yeah. And one of our former members, I think he was in the chat, Frater Crow, he always said that it's like the house studies you the first night. And then
I've heard that.
I've
heard that before too. Yeah. There's definitely something going on with that place. It's cool. I keep wanting to go back and experience more,
Yeah, definitely. Well, if you come with us to the Monroe house has a similar feel to it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's definitely darker. Very active.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I will say that was my scariest time. I've said it many times on the podcast when I got my testicles grabbed in the hole in the basement. Yeah, that place is wild.
Your scariest or your most pleasant?
It was a mixture of both. Yeah, it was like a fear boner.
Can't beat the fear boner.
No, well, you can. You can definitely beat it.
The fear ejaculation.
Oh, Jesus.
Talking about the way we're so inappropriate. What about the first time you ever met us?
I was enthralled. I was like, wow, yes, this is it. I was like, this is the gang. Yes.
So I know sometimes we can be a little bit much for some people, but
oh god, no, I thrive off of it.
Yeah. That's why when you came for the first time, I'm like, all right, this is a guy that we need to have around for sure.
Yeah, we met him at,
you guys are making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We all ate at that barbecue restaurant. That waitress probably hated us, but
she hated us.
For sure.
Absolutely despised us.
And you dealt with my stinky ass through the Hinsdale, so that helps out too.
Everybody was shitting. It was like
he was shitting in his pants is what it was.
Dude, it was the demons, man. It wasn't me.
That poor bathroom, dude. Paranormal ejaculation. Sounds like a Cannibal Corpse song.
Hell yeah. I don't know, man. Lately, like when we've been investigating, I've been getting all kinds of sexual stuff. It's weird. I'm starting to think they got a thing for me. I don't know.
Like
not in real life. No one in real life does.
Just like Phil's little bit with the hey, do the ghosts have,
That's what I made a joke with my friend one time. So he's pretty skeptical with everything, and he was like, "Would you ever have sex with a ghost?" And I was like, I don't know. I'd be afraid.
Like, how hot is she?
No, you'd be like hooking up with a ghost, and then like it'll like accidentally manifest, and it'll just be like some big fat guy.
You'll end
And
up
when
getting her
I-
pregnant.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, when I woke up in the morning, she was still there. Ah! She asked me to make her breakfast. Ah!
Oh, that's
Now
awesome.
that's scary.
So are you planning on doing any urban exploring too on the side?
Yeah, there's some spots I definitely want to check out. I was up in Erie the other day for a work thing, and I stopped by the cemetery, and there's that I don't know if you guys have ever seen it before. There's like it's like they call it the vampire crypt. It's
Yeah.
just like this like gothic looking
Yeah.
like, and I was like snapping some pictures of that, and I was like, okay, like I haven't done some urbex in a while. I need to do some of this a little bit more.
Dude, Lake Erie's like underrated for I feel like you could go a lot of places and investigate. Like Presque Island, like there's so many Native American
Yeah.
wars.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of
the Bay of
abandoned buildings up
Misery.
there too. Like
Yeah.
the old factories and all that. Yeah, there's
Mhm.
a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah. I always wanted to do the Bay of Misery, but I know they won't let you around there.
Yeah.
Or Misery Bay. I forget I think it's Misery Bay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's even like the amusement park up there. I'm sure there's probably some type of history with that too.
Probably. Yeah.
That's what we need to do. We need to contact Lake Erie. I don't even know what society it would be to see if we can get
I'm
on
sure they have
Presque
some type
Island.
of historical thing. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is I'm always afraid of just running into wildlife. Like that's my biggest fear. Like ghosts and demons, whatever you want to call it. Like I can deal with that.
Yeah. That's
Fucking trying to
one of
wrestle
the
a bear.
that's one of
Yeah.
the biggest things with urban exploration. It's like, okay, you know, this building may have a haunted history, but like, okay, what about the living that are in here? You know,
Yeah.
like what about bad things?
Now, have you run into any wildlife or crackheads while urban exploring?
Or same thing.
No. I mean, like wildlife, yes, but not like holy shit, like scare you out of your pants, like around the corner thing, like just running into small animals and stuff. But we were at a spot in Cleveland one time, and it was like an abandoned observatory, like a college observatory, and I saw pictures online. I saw, YouTube videos. I was like, okay, this place looks dope. Let's go check it out. And we get in there. We were there for maybe 5 minutes, and I have this all in video. It's all on the channel. My buddy taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Yo," he's like, "Let's go." And I was like, I was all confused, and he's just like kind of like pushing me out. And when we left, I turned the camera around, and there was a guy that was following us, and he was like right in the door frame, and he kind of like hid. And I was just like, oh, I was like, hello. And he like peeked his head out and like peeked back in. And then I was just like, all right, it's just some dude, let's just leave. And then I saw somebody else's video, and that happened to them too. And he's just homeless dude. He just scared us real bad,
Yeah.
harmless, he was just kind of shy. I totally get it.
Yeah. Sketchy. There's definitely sketchy parts in Cleveland. Like we
Yeah.
investigated the House of Wills, and I was more terrified of the outside than inside.
Mhm.
Well,
We didn't
except
really
for
have
the
a lot
fact that
happen
you
there
could
either.
like run into a crackhead inside too. Like
Yeah.
it was definitely scary.
Yeah, East Cleveland, that's a spot.
Yeah, for
Even
sure.
like Dead Man's Hollow, and that's real sketchy. We saw a crack
Yeah.
one night we were walking there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there. We got chased out of Dead Man's Hollow. Actually, I forgot about that. Well,
Oh, really?
not like chased out of it, but like there were some questionable people in there. The one time we went there at night, and they kind of just like showed up, and we were like, "Hey, fellas, what's up?" And just more people that did not have a good vibe to them started to show up, and so we had to like lights off, kind of run out of there. That was an experience.
Yeah, we had people camping there the one time we were there.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah. They weren't dangerous. They were just trying to get some. It was like couples.
Yeah, leave us alone.
Yeah. No, we had the crackhead. We were walking into it, and it was before you get to like the factory or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're just looking ahead because it was during one of our publics, and we're like, "Oh my god, that's like a shadow figure?" Because this guy had no lights on, no flashlight or anything. It was dark. I'm like, "What the fuck is that? That's a shadow figure." And we get closer, and I smelled weed. And I'm like, "Okay, never mind."
It's not a shadow figure. That's just a.
That's like one of our female friends. She left a little bit early. She walked the path by herself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. Damn.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea for sure. Definitely want to go back there. There's a lot of local spots. Have you ever done like Blue Mist Trail or in North Park?
Yeah. I rode my bike through there one time, and if you go kind of off the path a little bit, you go up a hill, and there's like I don't even know what it is. It looks like a foundation.
Of the house.
There's like an old like Pepsi vending machine up there. I was like, this is sick. Look at this.
Yeah, they call that the witch's house. That's the urban legend to it. It actually definitely that was one of the first places I went with equipment, and just my wife and I went. We didn't really get anything except for when we were leaving it. We were walking side by side, and it felt like someone came up between us and put their hands on our shoulders.
Really?
Yeah, and I've heard other stories. Like, obviously, it's an urban legend place, and urban legends, you can't really trust them. Like, they just are somewhat pop culture references because I did a lot of research on it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's definitely there's something there.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a weird feeling being there. Because I was there all by myself, just riding my bike around, and I was like getting a weird vibe. Weird vibe here.
Yeah, the only time I ever was there was, I think it was me, Phil, and my buddy Crack, and I think we went the wrong way because we couldn't find anything. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find. It really is. If you want to hit the foundation, apparently there's a cemetery further down the trail where they say the two tombstones kind of kiss. It's a couple that supposedly died at midnight. They kiss or whatever. And then there's we'll do it politically correct, a little person farm where there's a spirit of a little person that comes out and kisses you. Yeah.
Damn.
And a hanging tree, but those are pretty much at every urban legend location.
Yeah, Dead Man's Hollow has a hanging tree too.
Someone said, do a ritual at night, you'll really see.
I know who that is. That's definitely Frater Crow.
Hey, my dude.
Yeah, we actually connected with him at the Octagon House.
We had some crazy shit happen there.
Yeah.
But another thing on trails, have you guys been to the 13 Bends? Have you ever gone there over in like Harmer?
I've heard of it, but I never.
There's so many different locations that they're supposed to be. That's like the Shades of Death too. There's so many different locations.
I grew up right by the Shades of Death.
The one in Avella, or which one?
No, it's in Trafford.
Okay, because I know the one in Avella. That's like the most known one around here. Like supposedly, like over out towards Bethel Park, there's supposed to be one too. But like I said,
I didn't know that.
Numerous rumors. Yeah.
I mean, that's the same with the Green Man Tunnel too.
Yeah.
Park, but the actual Green Man was in Beaver County.
I've actually been to his grave, Ray Robinson or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the picture? Is that a real picture of him?
Yeah,
it
is.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
they were really mean to him too, because like I've read stuff about him, and some people would just like harass him, and like because some people were really nice and give him cigarettes and stuff, and like hang out with him, and then other people would bring him out to the middle of nowhere and just leave him there.
That's terrible. I would have been friends with that guy. He seemed like a cool dude
for sure.
But
cigarettes and beers all the time.
But 13 Bends. So the one that we went to, like if it's the real one, the one in Harmer, we were there, and that's where I caught something else actually. We were walking on the trail, like nothing was really happening. We were just kind of talking, and I have the clip. My buddy is talking about. We were actually talking about Green Man Tunnel. Funny enough, we were talking about it in the video, and he's explaining some stuff, and he says the word impressive, and when he says that, my camera, I'm just kind of like going back and forth with my camera, and it sounds audibly like right after he says that, a woman says impressive right after he says it.
Oh, that's
and,
awesome.
And I was like, I watched that about 600 times. I was like, did my camera make a noise? Was there something going on in the background? Was it another one of us who whispered it under our breath? No, he says impressive, and then you hear impressive. I'm like, what?
Did you hear it live, or was it just during the review?
No, just in review. Did not hear a thing live.
We had that happen actually at Dead Man's Hollow. Did you know the story? The one guy fell off the yacht and drowned in the Yakagini.
Yeah.
I think his name was Ed Wood or Edward or something like that. Sean was doing a channeling session and had just a body cam on, and he kept saying, "I hear just someone gargling. It's like someone's drowning or something." And I said, "Ed, is that you?" And I think what did it say, Sean? Do you remember? Was it like, "Yeah, Mike," or something like that?
Something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty wild. I always love those types of disembodied voices because you don't hear them live; they just kind of show up on camera. It's the best.
Wasn't there like a few situations where you heard your name? What wasn't that?
Yeah, Darmani. Yeah, I'm right here, Mike, or whatever.
Yeah. And actually, I did a reel for my friend.
Have you been to Darmine before?
Darmine? No, I haven't. No.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we should all go out to there one of these days.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a reel for my friend's podcast on Sunday, and I didn't realize how often my name gets said, but it's Mike. It's a pretty common name, so it's not necessarily me.
I mean, still hearing it, like that's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's always fun. Now, have you ever felt like you had like an attachment or anything from going to a haunted location?
I don't think so. No. I know people say that sometimes, like they speculate that like, oh, something, followed me home, or, I feel something. No, I don't think I ever have, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I know Sean and I both have had some experiences ourselves.
Yeah.
So it can happen, definitely, or it's coincidentally just bad luck. But yeah, it's something you got to be careful of for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what does your girlfriend think of the paranormal?
She's easing up to it. Like when I first told her, like, hey, I'm interested in this thing, she's like, oh my God, like really? Like, yeah, she's like, don't bring anything home. Don't bring anything home. I'm like, I won't. I'm very, very safe about what I do. But slowly over time, she's like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like she's interested in watching the shows and the, understanding about the history and all that.
She's never been on an investigation though, I take it?
Not yet. Still working on it.
Break her in by bringing her to the Monroe house. We're going to like the darkest place.
That would be fun.
So do you watch any of the paranormal shows at all?
Yeah. Like on TV or YouTube?
Any. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, the Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, those are fun to watch. And Paranormal Quest, that's a good one that I've been liking a lot. Obviously, you guys. I like what Exploring with Josh has been doing. He kind of started with the Urbex thing, and he's getting more into paranormal as time goes on. There's a really good one. His name is Urbex Hill. He's based out of Cleveland, actually, and he started just doing abandoned exploring, and then started to find weird things while he is completely by himself in these abandoned buildings. It's very entertaining.
Talking about Paranormal Quest, the convention that we're doing this Saturday is actually hosted by them.
Yeah, I thought I saw that before. That'll be cool. Yeah. That'll be really cool.
Yeah, they're going to be there. Paranormal Nightmare, Kalani, I think Heather Taddy too. So if anybody wants to come see us Saturday.
Yeah, we had them on here before. That's one that I like. I don't really watch too much paranormal stuff because it's really hard to decipher, like, because I always hate the like made for TV drama.
Yeah, that gets old after a while,
And that's one thing they mentioned when they were on here. They were like, yeah, a lot of people say our episodes can be boring. And I'm like, well, I get that critique too with our stuff. But I feel like if it's boring, it's more legit.
It's more authentic that way.
Yeah.
Like you're not hyping stuff up just for the views. You're actually like committing yourself to a real, paranormal investigation, whether something happens or not, Yeah. Nothing exactly. Could happen the entire video, but you're not faking anything.
Yeah.
Not saying that, that everybody fakes stuff, but it does happen.
Yeah. Talking about that whole subject, would you see yourself as more as a paranormal investigator or a ghost hunter?
That's a good question. I never thought about that before. I guess I like how paranormal investigator sounds better than ghost hunter.
Basically, ghost hunter is more or less like the entertainment side of paranormal. I'd say paranormal investigator is more the scientific side. I'd say.
No, honestly, like I'd rather be in it for the knowledge than for the thrill. I guess
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah, but yeah, there's honestly like there's two channels. One is called Slapped Ham. One is called Nuke's Top 5. I don't know if you guys have heard of those before.
Nuke's Top 5 I've heard of, yeah.
Yeah, so they basically take like clips that people submit of like weird occurrences, whether that be on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. And he will always both of them, they'll always link where the video source came from, like link the YouTube channel. And I find a lot of good ones that way,
Mhm.
Yeah, we've been on Paranormal Warehouse. It sounds like they're kind of similar to that, where they just
I've heard of that one before too. Yeah,
and I like that. I always like to be able to take the stuff that you get during an investigation and try to tie it to the history, and then on top of it, just try to get a better understanding of what we're actually interacting with.
Yes.
Like, do you think it's actually ghosts? Like, it's like I don't. I think it's some kind of energy, but I don't really can't put my finger on it yet. Do you have any theories or anything?
I have this whole Matrix simulation life theory going on. I don't know if you got basically
elaborate.
Basically the whole like, well, you can understand paranormal circumstances through like breaks in the coding system of our life, real deep web shit, but yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we've been doing experiments. Well, I say we've been doing experiments. We just tried one at Indiana State Sanitarium, and I want to try it again at Monroe, but I want to do it a little more organized, where each person picks a word before you go to the site, and you have to think of that word during the investigation. Visualize the word and really just do it periodically, like at the Monroe House, do it throughout the weekend, and then maybe the second night we try to see if we can get something to come through on the spirit box that can tell us what the word is, to see if they can actually read our minds.
That's a really cool idea. I like that a lot. Actually,
I've tried stuff with playing cards before, similar to that, like where you try to get them to guess whatever the next card is or whatever.
Yeah, we had something like that at Indiana. I just put up I was in a different room from everybody, and I put up 3 fingers. I was like, "Can you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up?" And it did say 3, and I was like, "Well, it's kind of cool," because that's one thing like Frater Crow always does too, is try to like see how it is from their perspective. Like when we hear them through our devices, it's all fragmented. Obviously, we don't get too many visuals. Like, are they able to see us and hear us fully, or is it are they fragmented, or we fragmented to them?
Yeah, that's the whole thing I've heard about too. It's like, are these paranormal circumstances, are they happening in real time, or are you experiencing something that's like an overlay that has happened in the past?
Yeah,
and you just happen to be there while it occurred. I don't know.
Yeah, it's similar to what's that movie? The Others. Is it The Others? Yeah.
Nicole Kidman or whatever.
Yeah, where they're dead the whole time and they're doing a seance. Spoiler alert! It's from 1997. But
I haven't watched it yet. Too bad.
We got the goat in here.
The goat.
The goat was the groundskeeper at the Bel Air house for a while.
Oh, sick.
Sean, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're gonna say something, aren't you, big guy?
Nope.
No. Okay. Fair enough. So we'll go we'll switch topics back to music a little bit. Now, I used to vocal in a hardcore band actually with Frater Crow, and I mean we never really went anywhere. I
remember you told me all about it.
Yeah, but when you're in that mode, like, do you feel like you have to like build up like an anger or anything to get in the mode to like scream for a whole set?
I mean, I just kind of do it. Like I'm one of those kinds of people. If I think about something too much, I'm gonna fuck it up. So like, I just kind of like, when it comes to performing, just get into it like while the energy is there, while the music is playing, and then I just get angry, It's just kind of like a kept in energy that releases itself when you play heavy music,
Yeah, definitely. Do you play any instruments too, or?
I play some guitar here and there. I'm by no means a, Eddie Van Halen, but it's I play every so often.
Mikey's a beast on the guitar.
Is it now? Let's see.
They always rip on me because so you know how YouTube strikes you if you use anybody else's material or anything. So in our documentaries, like we need to have music, and I would just use my cousin gave me his old shitty acoustic guitar, and it's out of tune and everything. So I was just I'll just play a little bit. And
here's Wonderwall.
So they rip on me nonstop about it. But Sean, I don't see you making any fucking music for our documentaries.
I mean, I used to play trombone.
Sean's a rapper.
And I could rap too. So.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
We'll get you rapping and have Jen play the recorder. That'll be on the next documentary.
You and Skippy Ickham.
Yeah.
That beats. Yeah.
But yeah, that's something we definitely need though, is some music for documentaries and shit, because I'm not the greatest. Sean, do you ever think you'll ever come out of retirement with rapping?
Well, talking about that, I told you that movie that I'm in I did a song for Carver House, which is a horror movie that was filmed in Pittsburgh. Comes out October 18th. I came out of retirement for that and put a song on there, and I'm actually in the movie for a little bit too. I actually get to kill somebody too. But the thing is, I'm playing the killer because the killer wasn't there that day. And so you don't know it's me, but I know it's me. So
That's badass.
Yeah. There's also a little scene where I'm actually it's me in person, where me and this other dude run into the guys in the movie and just push them or something. I don't know. We were going into a bar and we're supposed to be the hard guys or whatever. But it was cool.
Now, have you done anything with because I know you do acting and whatnot. Are there any films or anything that you've been in, or TV shows?
Yeah, this year I did a really cool movie called Attack of the Corn Zombies. It's not out yet, but that was my first zombie movie that I've been a part in, and it's set in the 60s. I play a greaser guy. His name is Butch, real idiot, but knows what he's doing when it comes to killing zombies. And that was super fun. I did It Came From Somewhere last year. That was a 1950s sci-fi kind of thriller movie. That was super fun.
You play a greaser in that as well?
I played the monster in that one.
Okay, I was gonna say you do have the greaser look, so I could see you being a greaser.
I was the monster, the space clops as they called it. That one's out on Tubi, Amazon, I think Hulu, if I'm not mistaken.
What's it called again?
I can't remember. It Came From Somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Acro Stars Films. I did a short earlier this year. I just did that music video last week. Comes and goes. I like to be on top of it. I know my character niche, all that good stuff. But and then all the extra stuff that comes to Pittsburgh, that's always super fun to do. I was in Sweet Girl with Jason Momoa, American Pickle with Seth Rogen. What was that other one I was in? I can't remember. But yeah, it's fun.
Did you do Mindhunter when it was here?
No. I auditioned for that one, and the time that they needed me, it was the one day I was not available, and I was like, hey, I can't do this one, but I could do another one. I just didn't hear back from them.
No,
so
I did it. I was a Marine in a bar scene, but
nice.
You don't even see me in the show. It's I'm the blurry Marine in the back.
Hey, I was clowning you about that.
You were there. You got paid for it,
Yeah, I wish I didn't do it. My buddy, he was in the Batman movie. He played one of Bane's.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, when I told him, oh, I'm gonna do, I got this part as an extra. He's like, don't do it, dude. It sucks. It's horrible. Like he was an extra, and he filmed so much. I forget how long he filmed for, and he got like 0.5 seconds of screen time. Like they were just panning over Bane's henchmen, and it was like, I saw him.
yeah. Sometimes it can be like that. My longest day was Sweet Girl. Whenever that was filming, I got to set at like 5:30 in the morning, and I left to go home at like 2 a.m. the following day.
Yeah,
that was a long day.
That is brutal. That is brutal.
Yeah, Mikey, you know my boy CD or whatever. He was in The Outsiders when it was filmed here, and he got like a real scene too, because I don't know if you guys ever seen that show, but they used to have like cage fighting. Yeah, and he's one of the guys that like drags the guy out when the guy got knocked out or whatever. So you see him on screen, which is really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I could have been there that day too. He was like, "Oh, you should come out," and I didn't end up going out with him, but. He's all tatted up like 6'4", got tattoos on his necks and shit, So
there's a big niche for that, because like I always thought, like you see the Netflix actors, it's like they don't have any tattoos, they're not alternative looking, but like I got all this, and there's like a specific character that people always look for, and I'm just like, hey, I'm here for it.
Talking about that, what's your favorite tattoo you
have? What is my favorite one? Maybe Jaws here. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay. Yeah.
Jaws, this one. Cool. Maybe that one down there.
Awesome.
I like them all.
Now, do you have an IMDb page?
I do have an IMDb, and tattoos, I want to say like 30, 35, 36, something like that.
Nice. Now, how much of a pain in the ass is it to set up an IMDb page? Because I've heard horror stories.
Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. Like it's kind of weird how their mechanics work, but like I had mine before I even like was able to log into it, because if you're in something, then the production will just add your name, and if they have a picture of you, they'll just like throw it on there. So I was like, just browsing around one day after one of the movies, and I was like, oh, I have an IMDb. That's cool. How can I like own this? And then I looked a little more into it, and then you can add your own credits. You can upload pictures, all that good stuff. So it's there.
Actually, when I did an extra role in a film called Ghost House. It was filmed out at Wells Township Haunted House.
I feel like I heard of that one. Yeah.
One of their perks was like you got to be in on an IMDb credit.
Oh yeah.
So I have one for that. But
it's a big deal, man. I'll look you up, Sean.
You are established. I did not get one for my blurry marine in the background.
If you really want to, like, you might like be in there like as an extra, or if you create one, you can like add your own, and hopefully they'll approve it. Like I was a marine extra.
I don't even want to take credit for
it. Mindhunter, just for the flex.
I'm just pissed that they take your cell phone so you can do anything, because I wanted to take a selfie as a marine. And,
they do not want any phones on set. No,
it sucked. Plus, we had it was the director. It was I don't remember his name. He was the one that directed the movie Seven. But he's hardcore stickler of like doing the same shot over and over again, just moving the camera slightly to get every angle.
It takes a long time.
Yeah, we filmed one scene for 3 days straight.
Yeah,
it was like
it can do that. That's wild.
Now, in the movies, did you ever have like a main part in any of them?
Yeah, for Attack of the Corn Zombies and It Came From Somewhere, I had main roles. Mothman, the movie I did last year, Josh Brucker, he did that one. I played Dakota Mason. He was like a person that went missing. It was this whole series about Mothman and vlogging, going missing chronicles. The short film I did earlier this year, kind of a bully main character. Trying to think of what else I did. Main stuff, that's all I can think of right now. It's been a lot of side things,
Yeah, you have to send some of that shit over. I'd like to check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, going off the Mothman, what's your thought on cryptids?
that's a difficult subject. I mean, like I know people are super hardcore into the cryptozoology and Bigfoot and Mothman and all that kind of stuff. I think it's cool, but I've never even come close to experiencing anything like that. Not saying that like I don't believe in any of that, but I could I don't know. I could see it happening to me. Just I'm not going to go out looking for it. That's a little much.
Yeah,
That was one of the things at Hinsdale. We were supposed to have puck wedgies there.
I remember that. Yeah, the puck wedgies.
I think my body cam was broken because I did leave it up by the giving tree just to see if we could get any puck wedgies.
I mean, I'd be freaked the hell out if we did. I mean, that would alter my entire like way of thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
So what about aliens?
Oh, I believe in aliens easily, especially with all this, all the news and stuff coming out about like, we do have evidence, will they reveal that to the public? I have no idea, but I fully believe that we are not alone in this universe.
Yeah, it's like, what are they not telling us? If they're telling us something, what's the shit they're not telling us? That's what I want.
Probably a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have to think too. I mean, cryptids and aliens, like there's one on the alien side, there's so many different universes and everything like that. You have to think that maybe they're not coming to Earth on a regular basis, but there's definitely life out there. And then cryptids, I mean, look at the ocean. We can only go down so far. So there has to be shit there.
Earlier this afternoon, actually, I had a good conversation with a buddy of mine on the phone, and we were talking about aliens. And do you guys watch Futurama?
Yeah, I've got episodes. I mean, I wasn't an avid watcher.
I don't know. There was this episode of Futurama whenever they went back in time, they found Leonardo da Vinci, and like I believe they sent him to the future, and there was like this whole because Leonardo da Vinci was one of the greatest minds of all time, and they sent him to this academy, and because he was an earthling, like he was actually like the dumbest among everybody, and like they all made fun of him and like called him a nerd. There's like, oh, you're so stupid. So that makes me think like, okay, like if we haven't discovered extraterrestrial life yet, who's to say that we aren't the ones, like they all know already. All the other extraterrestrial life forms are in this, United Nations somewhere, and we're just like the idiots that don't know yet.
Yeah.
What I mean?
We're like the reality TV show Planet.
Exactly. Hey, let's watch these guys blow each other apart over, rocks.
Fighting the freaking porta potties and everything else.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was wild.
Keep it classy, Pittsburgh.
Go Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. Freaking alpha chick came out of nowhere and just wrecked them.
I was like, why does this happen at every Pittsburgh country concert? Like, why is there always some fight that blows up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been involved with fights at country concerts before.
Oh my god!
I didn't get arrested. Two of my friends did though. But
there was one time I had to do like this flyering for it was after the show out at Star Lake for Florida Georgia line. Mm-hmm. And I was waiting outside. I had these like flyers. I was advertising like a Toby Keith concert or something for the production company.
That's probably the same show, because that's the show I was at, was Toby Keith one.
Dude, I have never seen so many angry people walking out of a concert before. Like people were, kicking trash cans over. There's all this domestic violence in the parking lot. I'm just like, I'm getting out of here. Holy shit.
Well, that's like all that shit that happened with Kenny Chesney years ago. Remember they
all the trash and people like throwing down in the parking lot. I was like, whoa.
That's why I saw something on Facebook. Luke Bryan, I guess there was a fight at his concert or one of his concerts, and he's like, what do you guys think this is? This isn't a Guar concert. You guys aren't.
This isn't a Guar concert. Guar concert. Like people are killing each other. They're just spraying fake blood all over.
Fake blood. Yeah, they're fake murdering people on stage. Come on,
Luke Bryan.
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous. Sean, you're doing it again, man.
He's getting close. He's like,
He's like,
Let's do it on purpose to psych you out.
you are, man. Fucking with my chi, dude. Well, this is awkward silence. Are you drinking Red Bull?
Water.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of those guys.
Now, do you drink energy drinks before an investigation?
No. I honestly, like, I crash so hard from energy drinks. I only use them in like dire situations. Like if I need to be awake for something and I'm falling asleep, or like, all right, let's do a Red Bull.
Yeah, definitely. I usually, unfortunately, have to do it or I will not survive. I probably drink like 2 big guys of Red Bull during investigation.
Yeah. Like my like absolute limit for like staying up all night is like, I mean, I'll start to get like real tired around like 5 a.m. just because of how my circadian rhythm is. But I don't really need to do like energy drinks or anything like that.
Yeah. I think it's just that also the commute. That's what kind of kills me. If it's a local place, like I have no problem staying up till 5 or 6 or whatever. But like just having to commute and then go all night,
and then drive home the next day or whatever. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a real lot.
The only time I really do energy drinks is if I'm driving or something.
Yeah, me too.
Like driving 7 hours to ISS. I probably drank like 3 Red Bulls on the way there.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about it. First time we actually met was at Sushi Bomb.
Yeah, it was.
Before you met the rest of the team or whatever. What's your favorite sushi?
From Sushi Bomb or just in general?
In general, I guess.
Oh God. It honestly, like that volcano roll that they have at Sushi Bomb,
100%.
that is like unbelievable. There's the one. You guys ever go to Saga at the Monroeville Mall? You ever go to that one before?
I've never been to the one in Monroeville, but I've been to Saga before.
There's one roll. It's called the Shaggy Dog Roll, and it's like crab, like shrimp. It's kind of like a little bit spicy. It's that one's unbelievable too.
Sounds good.
Yeah, spicy shit's off my menu. Crohn's disease does not agree.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You eat sushi, Mike?
Yeah, I do. Just I got to be careful with it. I like eel. That's my favorite. Like that
Eel's
unagi.
Good. Yeah, I do like eel. But yeah, any spicy roll, I'm like, get.
Yeah. Pre getting part of my intestine removed, I was in the same boat. But
they're like, no more. Can't do this.
But so you said you have the thing in Brooklyn coming up. Do you have any shows also coming up, or
one that I can't announce yet because it's not fully put together just yet, but it's gonna be pretty damn sick. That one, we might have a couple others kind of spread out for the rest of the year. But honestly, we're just trying to focus on recording right now because we're sitting on so much material. We just haven't recorded it yet.
Do you have any CDs out already, or?
For the last EP, which we did, God, that was 2020. I think we still have some CDs out there, but everything else is just streaming.
Yeah, I might have to procure one off you.
For sure. Yeah, I'll bring one next time we meet up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because my son was even dancing at one point. I think I sent you the video.
Yeah, you sent me that
on
YouTube. I was like, yeah, the kids like it.
Yeah. Trying to battle. My wife likes country music, and he kind of nods his head to it. I'm like, no, we got to get him into this stuff.
Like, okay, here's what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
like nod that head just a little harder.
Yeah. Like nod your head to country music when you're with your mom, but deep down inside, we got to get
deep down inside. You got this. Yeah.
Sean,
what's up?
I don't know. Like this episode, for some reason, like I just keep like looking at you like you're
mesmerized by my beautiful hair.
Yeah, dude, it's
Looks
flowing.
beautiful. Looks beautiful.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything, Sean?
Not really.
Well, that's great. So outside the band, do you have anything else you want to promote? Or I know you have the YouTube page.
Yeah. I could, if I can organize everything together. Band, Feast on the Fallen. We're everywhere. YouTube channel, Operation Graveyard. If you want to check out the scary urban exploration. I also do gaming. I stream on Twitch, so watch me talk to myself playing Call of Duty and all that. If anybody ever needs a photographer or a videographer, hit me up personally. Yeah.
Do you do weddings and stuff like that with photography, or
I've done
stuff?
them like as a second shooter, but like not like as a sole proprietor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's there's a whole lot that goes into developing your business to be a wedding photographer. Like you have to, meet with your clients, give them pre-photos, give them, your idea on what you wanted. It's this whole thing that I just can't do by myself right now.
Yeah, understandable.
So what's your long-term goals with the paranormal?
Travel, honestly, like just see some cool places, see where it goes, see, how people react to the type of content that I create or help other people create. Just see the world, man. Just experience it. Gain as much knowledge as possible. That's really what I got,
Awesome.
Now, do you see yourself converting more to investigating too, like as an investigator, or do you want to stay more on the video side?
I kind of like being on the video side right now, just as like a, just like
An observer.
an observer. Yeah. That's, like that's cool to me right now. But like, as far as being a personality, like, conducting an investigation, all that kind of stuff, I probably could at one point. But right now I'm cool with what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What's your like your absolute scariest encounter?
I mean, mine was definitely Bel Air when I saw the possession.
Remember you said that? Yeah.
Just investigating, or just the paranormal in general?
Let's say paranormal in general.
I think I told you mine before too. It was actually with Freighter Crow. We did a ritual. I was probably like 19. I think he was maybe like 17 at the time. We were in a hardcore band, and we were at a cemetery that's super active. And he's like, "Hey, you guys want to do a ritual?" And I was like, "Hey, we're in a metal band. Fuck it, let's do it." And it was a summoning ritual, and it worked. And one of our friends went under an oppression. I've said it a million times. We heard a roar that started at one end of the cemetery and went the whole way around.
Yeah.
It was a wild experience. But investigating wise, definitely getting my balls grabbed in the Monroe house. That was probably the most wild.
The fear boner.
Yeah. Like I always question people that, because you can't really prove that you got touched or, anything like that. But it's like you kind of have to take the person's word for what they're describing. But yeah.
I mean, like, people that I talk to about their experiences, which since I've been doing this, there's a lot more people that have like, oh yeah, I've had a paranormal experience. Like I've seen ghosts before. Like you would think it would just be like centered in like the investigator culture. Like, oh yeah, I've experienced this, but just normal everyday people, experience stuff all the time. But just talking to them and hearing what they've experienced, it's like, yeah, I believe you,
Yeah. That's why I always like my favorite show. I don't really watch too many of the paranormal shows, but one of my favorites was always Paranormal Caught on Camera, because those people aren't really going out to seek it for the most part. It just kind of happens.
I feel like it always happens when you least expect it.
Oh,
or
yeah.
that, or there's no cameras or something rolling.
Yeah.
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 And you're like, damn it.
Yeah. I don't want to, curse myself or anything, but yeah, I'd love to see like a, full bodied apparition because, the old seeing is believing
Yeah.
statement. You see something with your own eyes, like completely undeniable, and you're just like, okay, that's. I mean, it was full belief for me since I heard the woman singing that was.
Yeah.
My skeptic days were over after that.
Well, Jen said that she saw a little girl at Octagon House. First time she's ever seen a full apparition.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Man.
Troy and Freighter saw what they described it as like a 7-foot tall, like almost like when Predator becomes transparent.
Yeah.
Like they kind of described it as that walking across. Like the Octagon House is so cool because you just sit at the bottom of the stairs and like things just play out above you because you see the whole house because it's like there's a circle.
We heard something like choking up there. All of us heard it.
Yeah. The camera didn't pick it up too well, though. That's the only crappy part. There was an EM pump next to one of the cameras.
Yeah.
And it legit, like we thought someone was in there and they were dying. Like it was
Really?
like just legit someone coughing. Like there was no equipment on to create audio.
God, that's so terrifying.
Yeah. And it was in an area too where the part of the house was burnt. Like there was a fire at the location.
Yeah.
So we're kind of thinking maybe someone died in that fire. They don't really
Very
know
possible.
too much of the history.
Well, you had something moved downstairs too, didn't you? When I was upstairs.
Yeah, there was just by what used to be the front door. It was boarded off, and we kept hearing stuff moving around, and like we didn't see it physically, but we were sitting on the other side, and then I like looked over and I was like, "Can you do that again?" And it stopped.
Mhm.
I turned my camera towards it, and as soon as I went back, it started doing it again.
Oh man.
I checked the camera. I didn't catch anything moving, but you can hear stuff just moving around like crazy.
I was sent an audio clip from Mr. Freighter Crow. I can't remember where he was, but he was like tapping on a piano.
Oh, that
He
was
was
it.
at Hillview.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was cool. That was really cool.
I was in the room with him when that was going on, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crystal clear. I was like, whoa, dude. What did you catch? I heard some rumors about a place like around like the Western PA area, like an abandoned movie theater. And apparently there's like, people have seen a man wearing a hat, like sitting in one of the seats, like a old school, like top hat or
Yeah.
something. I don't know where it is, but I started hearing rumors about that. And I was like, that sounds cool.
Yeah. I definitely want to get that visual on camera at some point.
That's the money shot,
Yep. I think Octagon House is definitely one where you get a lot of visuals. That's definitely one I think we'll need to get more.
Yeah, it's those places where you don't expect something because we didn't expect much and we had a lot happen there.
Yeah. You said you guys are looking for November for that one or December?
Yeah, November is the date, I think.
Okay.
Beginning of November.
Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds real cool.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about the Octagon House, it's kind of smaller, so it's kind of hard with a huge group. But
Like how Hinsdale was, it was like
Yeah.
like real tiny house. Yeah.
dude, I think we should go back to Hinsdale, but in the summer months.
Oh
It'd
man,
be
that
cool
was
to-
so cold.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have a little cookout or something and go. You can even go swimming in the pond in that. Like they let you go swimming in that pond.
Yeah, that was freezing when we were there.
Yeah.
That was damn cold.
It's hard
Yeah.
too because we have such a big group and it's such a small house. But I think if you're, it's warmer and you can do the outside locations, we could break up a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure.
I think my cat's going nuts upstairs. She hasn't taken a shit yet, so that's at least one good
That's a
thing.
positive sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's probably taking the shit in your bed right now.
probably. I hope
Like,
so.
take this.
She'll have to move the shit I already took up in my bedroom. She'll have to move that over.
That's funny.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nothing on my mind, Mikey.
No, I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank
We'll
you guys for
definitely
having me.
Be in touch and do some shit, film some shit. You're ever down to even do some urban legend type stuff? You want to go film some content or something? Hit me up because I'm down for sure.
Always down. Always
Yeah,
down.
dude, I
You know,
definitely
and
hit some local places up.
I had a lot going on for me this year, but I picked up my camera again. I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to film that podcast intro too.
Yes. Don't let me forget about that.
For sure.
Maybe combine that in with a little urban legend investigation too.
Easily can be done.
All right. Well, thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, brother.
Peace out, guys. That was cool.
Are we still live?
Thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can find us here, and here, and here. Don't forget, everybody needs a little bump in the night.